All right, boys and girls, I'm going to make another big rant today, and I'm going to dedicate it to all of my ex-friends who let me down, stabbed me in the back, wasted my time, lied to my face, made promises they never intended to keep, just all of them. So a lot of you, I know, you guys want to find girlfriends, you want to move out on your own, have the things that people without disabilities have. But I'm going to tell you right now that that's not going to happen for a lot of you, most likely. You know what's actually going to happen for you fuckers? You're going to die alone, both relationship-wise and friend-wise, in a group home. And I have no sympathy for you or pity for you because it's all your fault. And it's not because you're disabled or whatever. It's because you're stubborn. You're stubborn, you don't listen to advice, you don't change things when it doesn't work, and you're selfish. You're not there for your friends. You don't treat people like they mean anything to you. And yeah, it's all your fault. Like, seriously, life is a lot like a poker game. You face different players and you have to adjust your strategy to beat each one, potentially playing the same exact hand completely differently if depending on who's in the pot. Like if you have an aggressive opponent, you might check top set to get them to bluff at it. Whereas if you're facing a loose passive opponent, you should be betting all the way down to try and fleece them because they don't know how to fold. But you guys, you just play the same strategy every single time. It doesn't work because it's against the wrong player type, or the player type it does work against catches on and adjusts their strategy. And then you whine about how your game doesn't win. Well, gee, I wonder why it isn't winning. Because you're not playing it right. You're not adapting. Like, there's this one guy. I was considering doing stuff with him for a while, but, like, all he does is sit at home and play video games in his basement. Like, no kidding. And then he goes on Tinder, and it never works. And I'm like, well, why don't we go out and meet people? And he's like, I don't know. You know, just makes excuses. And then he whines about how he doesn't have a good job, and I don't know what I can work. I make a Reddit thread to get suggestions, give them to him, and I don't think he even considered really taking them. He sort of just brushed it off. Another guy wanted to move out. Said we'd room together, couldn't even be bothered to take it seriously. You know, a year goes by and it's like multiple messages on the issue I sent him were ignored, multiple suggestions of things that I told him, like you need to change gyms to a cheaper gym so your monthly cost of living's less, you need to save up money, were ignored, and he never brought it up on his own. So this is what I've seen from a lot of people when I've brought up things that I'm passionate about with them, is the dodge the question approach. Like, they act like they're interested in the moment, but then when you try to bring it up again, they dodge the question every single time, so you never can actually make progress. What about dating alliances? Yeah, I've tried to form dating alliances with a lot of these people. You know, we both want someone, you think it would work, and they act like they're super excited in the moment. Then you try to get together and make it happen. They can't even be bothered to give you feedback on your suggestions. They never make suggestions of their own. They never tell you when they're scheduled to do things until the last minute, and then they claim they're busy and act like they don't know how to text despite having texted fine just before. Textbook weaponized incompetence. Then you get tired of it and say, fine, I'll make a plan because I'm tired of waiting for you to get me basic information. And then they don't tell you if they're able to go until the last minute and like, I'm busy. But they don't ever tell you why they're busy. They just say, I'm busy. You know, this is what I've had to deal with. And it's really annoying because these assholes have held me back. You know, imagine trying to run forward with someone towards a finish line with someone who doesn't even want to walk. So you can't move forward unless you either drag them or let them go. And I've been stuck dragging these assholes for so long. And of course, I have no strength, so I can't even move the fuckers. You know, they don't want to move. They don't want to move from that starting line. They just want to sit there and whine about how, I wish I was at the finish line, but they don't even want to take the steps to get there. And then you try to tell them what they need to do to get there, and they won't listen to you. And it really sucks too because they actively hold you back. When you come to them needing help with something, they always put their fears and whatever above what you need. And they don't tell you that and show it to you the most painful way. The dating alliance, if you're scared to find someone, fine. But why not just tell me that instead of dodging every attempt I make to make suggestions of where we could go, dodging every attempt I make to make plans of going somewhere, and wasting months of my time by just weaponized incompetence, acting like you don't know how to text when it comes to that issue. Or what about the apartment? You know, people fucking want to move out. If you're scared, why don't you tell me that instead of, you know, showing it to me by fucking dodging every attempt I make to bring it up, never bring it up on your own, ignoring apartments I send you and ask for feedback. What do you think of this place? What do you think of this place? you know, why don't you fucking tell me this shit instead of wasting my fucking time and disrespecting me? And why don't you think about someone besides yourself for 2 seconds too? Like, seriously, how selfish can you be when someone comes to you needing help with stuff like this? Is what I've said. I need help with dating. I need help moving out. I need help with this. I need help with that. And you claim you're going to help, but then you put your own needs above them when they clearly need help. You know, it's unacceptable. Like, literally, one guy I've said, I feel like I'm sinking in the Titanic. And another guy said, I'm in a bad home situation. And they couldn't even be bothered to take it seriously. Because, again, they're scared. It's all about them. Fuck what you're dealing with, Victor. Fuck what anyone else is dealing with. I'm scared, and that means I have a right to protect myself by any means possible. And that includes disrespecting my friends. Well, all I can say is congratulations, fuckers. You got what you want. One guy, you didn't have to confront your fears of moving out alone. Other guy, you didn't have to confront your fears of dating anybody. You didn't have to confront any of those things. You got what you wanted. You got to stick in the same provincial box that you've lived in your entire life that hasn't worked. Sure, you lost a friend because I'm not going to put up with someone who disrespects me, lies to my face, and just doesn't give a shit about me like that. So, was it worth it? I don't know. But you got what you wanted. Congratulations, you fucking assholes. And it's just ridiculous. Like, this behavior is why I say the disabled community sucks. Because everyone always wants things and they don't actually take steps to get it. It's like they just expect everything to fall into their lap. I mean, for me, online dating isn't working, so what am I doing? I'm making plans to join a gym. I'm joining community theater. I'm branching out. I'm trying new tactics. You know, the bluff strategy against the fish and poker doesn't work, so I'm trying value betting instead. I mean, I'm not guaranteed it's going to work, but hey, at least I have a fucking chance. What do you guys have? All you do is sit there and rot away. And Ken, I just have no sympathy for you because you don't listen to advice, you don't make changes when it's necessary, and you use it as a springboard to disrespect the people who want to help you and care about you and your friends. Like, I mean, you know, even if I'm scared about something, I wouldn't lie to my goddamn friend's face like that and waste their fucking time on something they're passionate about. I wouldn't do that. That's disrespectful and rude. And yet, you guys, you know, it's all about you and your feelings. And if someone else is adversely affected by you trying to protect your feelings, well, then fuck them. Because every time I bring up how ridiculous their behavior is, they always get defensive. I did nothing wrong. I'm trying as hard as I can. No, you're not. You're not trying at all. I've seen you try. This is not what it looks like, okay? You're not trying at all, trying as hard as I fucking can. You know, and a defensive approach is really annoying too, because when people get defensive, they don't make change to get better because they're too busy focusing energy into fighting you off than to acknowledging, yeah, I have a problem and I need to work on it. So, of course, you just have to dump them because you know things are never going to improve. If you want anything from them, it's just going to be the same rigmarole. You know, you send them messages about it and they just ignore you like you don't mean anything to them, like your woes don't mean anything to them. And then they want you to fucking drop everything to help them. Like, seriously, I've helped people with so many things and they can't even fucking repay me by acknowledging my text messages. Like, what the fuck is this shit? So yeah, I mean, really, you guys, maybe it's a good thing you guys didn't get out there and find someone, because you actually would not be good relationship partners as it is. Like, you're too selfish. You know, so your relationship partner comes to you, the person who's supposed to have their back over anyone else, and says, I need help with something, and you don't feel like it, so you just use weaponized incompetence and act like you don't know how to do it, or you do it so badly they can't ask you again, and then you get what you want. You don't have to do it, but then you lose that person, and you end up hurting them. Like, seriously, these people have seriously hurt me. I have severe trust issues because of them, and I can't even trust new people because of this fucking shit. Like, other people are saying, oh, I'll have your back in this, and I'm like, yeah, I've heard that before. That shouldn't be how it is, but it is how it is. It also is hard to reach out and make new plans of things I'm passionate about because my friends in the past have backstabbed me. Why would I think anyone else who doesn't know me, doesn't have any sort of obligation whatsoever, would do any better? You know, you guys have ruined this for me. You've ruined a lot of things for me, and you've held me back a lot by making me feel there's no point in trying in certain things. Like, I wanted to start a band, but you fuckers got in the way. I'm scared. So you don't show up and you ditch practices and don't tell me you're busy until the last minute and get defensive when I rightly call you out for wasting my time. And it just becomes a huge ordeal, and I can't do a band again because every time I try, I think of that. And I think of how my friends didn't have my back, so why would anyone else take it seriously? I try to form a dating alliance, same exact shit. I'm busy. And then you call them out for wasting your time and lying to your face. And why'd you say you were going to help me with this if you never intended to actually do it? And then they get defensive, and it just becomes too much of a hassle to ever want to do again. So much of this is what these people do. This is what they do, and it is ridiculous, and I'm so sick of it. I'm honestly just done. I'm done with them. Enjoy life. Enjoy doing the same things for another 20 years and dying alone because it's not working, and the only people you have now aren't going to put up with people who are too stubborn to listen to reason and don't respect them. Like, seriously, how many people watching this want to be friends with someone who just lies to your fucking face and then ditches plans and commitments that they said they gave their word that they're going to do? They ditch them because they want to protect their own feelings. Fuck what you need. Fuck the fact that you need help right now. Their feelings are more important. That's how it's always going to be. I mean, no one would want to fucking be friends with someone like that. Please. Wish I'd have told these guys to fuck off years ago, but I guess my environment didn't help with that, Everyone's always saying you're being too hard on them. No, I don't think I'm being hard enough, honestly. And it instills that doubt and makes you think maybe pursuing this is still worth it. And it's like, no, you're not getting anything out of it. What do I get out of this? Pain and heartbreak, and it's just a hassle. And for what? A bunch of people who spend so much energy trying to stay the way they are and resisting change that if they actually put like a tenth of that into actually doing something, their lives might actually be better now. And if they put a tenth of that into actually helping you, your life might be better. Who has time for that fucking shit? And I also have to end this by just pointing out my dad and other people like him who constantly enable this behavior by calling me out when I try to point fingers at it. Oh, they're disabled. They can't do any better. No, they can do better. They just don't want to. And he always tries to blame me too. Oh, you're too intense about pushing your plans, so it's really your fault when they say yes to get you off your back. No, they're lying to my fucking face. There is no excuse for that fucking shit. And I love how you just downplay all the shit that I've had to go through because of this. Like, I don't trust anyone anymore. And I really don't even ask for help anymore because what's the point? No one fucking takes it seriously. No one takes it fucking seriously. These losers never take it seriously. And then I'm the bad guy when I try to point fingers and say you guys are ridiculous and I'm tired of you lying to my fucking face and clearly not trying. And then you try to say, oh, well, you're being too hard on them. You're expecting too much. I am not expecting too much. I know they can do this stuff because I've seen them do exactly what they need to do before. Respond to text messages. They've done that before fluently. Look up information. They know how to look up YouTube videos and stuff when they want to. They just don't want to here, so it doesn't happen. I'm not expecting too much from them. I'm expecting them to do things that they've proven they can do before. So no, your analogy doesn't work. It's not like I'm expecting a blind person to suddenly get up and read me a story, or I'm expecting a paralyzed person to dance with me. I'm not expecting things that they haven't done before. I'm expecting things they can and have done before. So what's your point? What's your fucking point? Stop enabling these people and start pointing out that they're failing and that they need to do better. Maybe if more people actually fucking say my point of view, it'll break through their ridiculously thick skulls and make them realize, you know what, maybe they have a point. And that guy Victor's not crazy because he's not the only one saying that. Maybe I do need to change. But no, when everyone around you says you're doing fine, why would you change? As I guarantee other people are just like, you're doing just as fine as you can, and then they think that using weaponized incompetence is completely okay. They think that lying to their friends' faces when they don't feel like doing something is completely okay. And then they turn around in 10 years, 20 years and wonder why they're still single, why no one wants to help them, why they don't have any friends, why they still live with their parents. You know why? Because you don't respect other people. You don't make them want to help you when you disrespect them and can't be bothered to help them when they need something. And you don't change. You don't fucking change. You do the exact same stuff over and over and over again, and you don't change. You don't listen to advice. You don't do anything. So yeah, I think in the future of this channel, I'm going to make a few more rants against these people, but I'm going to try to move in a more forward direction. Fuck these people. I'm tired of them holding me back. And I think I'm going to see what happens. I'm going to try maybe making a dating alliance on this channel. The idea is ideally people give suggestions of what they want and what they think I should do. Maybe I do them and I report what happened. And maybe we can find out together what works, what doesn't, that type of stuff. Because really the dating is a big problem with the disabled thing. I don't really know where you go to find someone. I don't know any of that stuff. I don't know what techniques you use. And none of these programs have really helped me with that. Really what would be nice is to have some on-the-field training having someone there in the field to help you. But, I don't know where you find someone like that. And quite honestly, my friends have proven that they can't be bothered. It's too much of an inconvenience to help your friend once a month or something. Even if you've known them 10 years and they've dropped everything to help you before, fuck them. They're on their own. So another reason these people can go fuck themselves. But all I can say is, if you want to be part of this, I expect you to take it seriously. I expect you to not make excuses not to do things. I expect you to do things. Heck, you could even report on your own too, on your own channel or in the comments if you take any of these suggestions and how they go. So, I don't know. Maybe we'll find a solution that works here. But if all you're going to do is make excuses as to why you shouldn't do these things and disrespect people, waste our time, get lost and stay lost until you grow up. Yeah, I hate these people. I hate these people so much. And I have to say, me calling out this type of stuff is not me being unreasonable, expecting too much of people with disabilities. It's called equality. And part of equality is when you deliberately resist doing things that you've promised and people know you can do based on past experience with you, you face consequences. Okay? If you're going to lie to my face when I know you know how not to lie, I'm going to call you out on it. If you're going to waste my time and act like you don't know how to text when you've texted just fine before, I'm going to call you out on it. I am not being unfair. I'm not being discriminatory. I'm being equal. I would do the same thing to someone without a disability as I would to you if they did that stuff. And equality isn't always the most beautiful thing ever, is it? But you can't pick and choose. You either get it or you don't. And if you get it, you get everything that comes with it. And that includes expectations that you're not going to lie and not going to shirk and not going to break promises when you damn well know better. And why? To preserve your own feelings? Get over yourself.